Hello everyone, my name is Arnav Nigam and I am a student of grade 9 from India. I have prepared this presentation for the HKISO mini experiment round 2022. The topic for this year was how can everyone safely meet each other in person during the COVID-19 pandemic.
So I'll be starting with the two experiments and then I'll be moving forward with the detailed theory explanation in the presentation. So this is the first experiment wherein we have taken some black pepper and put it in water. The black pepper here is analogous to the coronavirus. So when I put my finger into the water, there is no specific effect that can be observed. But when I do the same thing with a little amount of soap on my hand and I rub it for some seconds, and then put it in water, you can see that the black pepper particles move away. So the basic reason behind this is that soap molecules contain two portions, one being the hydrophobic carbon chain and the other being the hydrophilic polar group. The hydrophilic polar group repels the lipid bilayer of the coronavirus, as a result of which it moves away. So for the second experiment, I have made a model wherein we can see a group of few people at the center who are quite crowded and are not following any of the COVID protocols, wherein the people at the periphery are at a good distance apart and are following all the necessary norms. Researchers have proven that when a COVID infected person sneezes or coughs, there are droplets released which can go up to a distance of 6 feet. So what happens when a COVID infected person lands up in this group and sneezes or coughs? As you can see, when the COVID infected person sneezed in this direction, the three people very near to him who were not following the COVID protocols nicely were infected a lot. But the people at the periphery who were following the COVID norms nicely and were maintaining a good distance are infected very less. One more point to be noted is that the surface, the ground, has also been infected with the COVID droplets, and as a result, if anybody touches them and then takes them to their nose, mouth, eyes, or ears, then he can be infected too.
So basically, the three C's which have to be avoided are crowded places, close contact settings, and confined and enclosed spaces with poor ventilation. The greetings to be followed now are no contact greetings. Therefore, instead of a handshake or a hug, it is preferred to go for a namaste, which is a traditional Indian greeting method which has now been adopted by the entire world, or foot greetings, or elbow bumps, or hand on the heart type of greeting. The coronavirus contains a coating of spike proteins and a lipid bilayer within which there is genetic material. Soap molecules consist of two parts, the first one being a hydrophilic polar head and the second one being the hydrophobic nonpolar tail. The hydrophobic tail attaches itself to the lipid bilayer and forms a missile which disintegrates the virus and it gets destroyed. So we are protected from the disease. Another important point is that when we meet in person, everyone should be fully vaccinated because when we get vaccinated, we have a small primary immune response which is generated as a result of its initial exposure of the antigen. After that, if we get exposed to the antigen again, there's a very strong secondary immune response which is developed, and therefore the severity of the symptoms gets reduced. A set of essentials for COVID protocols are wearing a mask at all times, washing our hands regularly, maintaining a social distancing of at least 6 feet, and avoiding touching objects or surfaces unless necessary.
So it is evident from my presentation and the two experiments that as the world is trying to come back to normal, we can meet in person even during the COVID-19 pandemic. But if and only if all the COVID-19 protocols and norms are followed and violated by none. So be safe, take care, and have a good day. Thank you.